What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today I'll be unboxing and reviewing the Ryobi pressure washer, which is the 3200 PSI gas version. It runs at 9.5 litres per minute and it's the 5-in-1 nozzle. So this one here has the Subaru motor, which is 190cc overhead cam, and the model number is on the top of the motor there. As I begin to take it out of the box, it's very easy, and it only requires a little bit of light assembly just to put the whole unit together. So you can see I've got all the hoses and the gun and everything out, and it's very basic and simple to put together. So when I was at the store, initially my biggest concern was to do with the 5-in-1 nozzle. The 5-in-1 nozzle didn't look like it was actually going to be able to perform the way I wanted it to, but surprisingly it actually outdid my expectations. So I'm very happy with the 5-in-1 nozzle. The only issue that I can really complain about is not having a turbo function on there, which is the one that rotates, because that one seems to clean up pretty well in a lot of the areas. So that's pretty much the only issue that I had initially when purchasing this product. So as with all petrol motors, they come without oil, so you have to fill up the oil before you use it the first time. Straight away I ran into my first engineering problem, which was the design of it. So as you can tell, I'm not able to fill up the oil without using a funnel, which is a bit of a pain, to be honest, unless they supplied you with a funnel. So it's not really the end of the world, as you don't have to fill up oil that often. However, it is a pain to get the oil in there. So as you can see, it takes me a bit of a few goes to be able to get that in without dripping. So I found the easiest way to fill it up with fuel is to simply drop down the handle by using the lever on the side, and then I'm able to gain access to be able to fill up petrol nice and easy. So the motor starts very easy. First start every single time on the first or second pull, and instantly I start playing around with the 5-in-1 nozzle, because like I said, that was my main concern. So they've got a few options on there. The main ones are, I think, the 40 degree, 20 degree, and then you've got the 0. So the 40 obviously is just a wider fan on basically a pressure washer or a wash gun. And then you've got the 20 or 30, I can't remember which one it was, but you get the gist. It blows out a bit more power. And then I've got the 0 degree. Now when I did try the 0 degree on the concrete, it seemed to rip up concrete straight away, which I was actually impressed with. So I don't really care that I made a bit of damage on the concrete. That's due for resurfacing anyway and being repainted or resealed. So I was very impressed with the amount of power from the first use. In America, you guys have a very similar version. However, it's a 3100 PSI and it has the Honda motor. So initially when I went out to go buy a pressure washer, I went out to the local hardware store to go pick one up. Initially I was looking at buying one with a budget of between $1,000 and $1,500, as I wanted to get a really good one. Didn't want to have to go buy another one again. The issue that I had was the other pressure washer that I was looking at was the Honda pressure washer. Very similar specs. However, the issue that I found with it was not only was it more expensive by about $500 more, so that the Honda one was around $1,000 and the Ryobi was at $650. So the issue I had was to do with the warranty. So the warranty on the Honda one, you basically can't return it back to the store to get it replaced or repaired. They have to send it off to Honda, it gets inspected over there. Then if they deem that it's a manufacturer's fault, then they'll repair it. If not, you get to foot the bill. So in this case, Ryobi offers a 2-year replacement warranty, which is unbeatable in my opinion. So that's the reason why I decided to go with Ryobi. To play around with the pressure washer on this first time, I realized that the positioning of the hoses is actually in a bit of an annoying spot. You realize that as I try and roll it, it kind of gets tangled under the wheels and it starts dragging along all the hoses. Lucky it's got some big sturdy wheels on there, so I can get over those hoses pretty easily. However, I just found it a bit annoying that I have to pick it up sometimes and get it out of the way of the hoses. When I used it, I was actually washing some old tarps. I've got some soil on there that I wanted to just pressure wash off. I realized that the hose that it comes with is a little bit short. I can't remember, I think it was about 10-meter hose that it came with, or 6-meter hose, but it just wasn't long enough. I didn't really want to drag the whole pressure washer around everywhere that I went, so I bought an extension. As you can see, the yellow one is an extension. It's an aftermarket brand, but it's got like 30-meter hose on it, so I was a bit worried that I wouldn't retain the pressure because I've got now a long extension on there. However, I had no problem retaining that pressure. It worked very, very well, even with those hoses. So now I kind of fixed the problem of having to drag it around, because I've now got a longer hose which works better anyway. Overall, I'm very happy with the pressure washer. It's got plenty of power, starts first time every time, fuel efficiency is great. The build is actually pretty good in terms of how solid it is. I don't feel like it's going to break or anything like that. The wheels are nice and solid. It's not, they're solid plastic wheels, so I don't have to worry about getting any kind of punctures. I've got a nice section to be able to lock in my wand in position. I really didn't like the hose that it came with, to be honest. It's a poor quality compared to the hose that I picked up, which was the extension hose. So as you can see, it's very, very easy to be able to kink that hose. But I mean, that's pretty an easy fix, because I can get a replacement hose either way, because the hose wasn't long enough. So for me, I wasn't too worried about that. Probably the biggest issue that I had was the positioning of the pump. So as you can see on the bottom, the position of the pump is really low to the ground, or where the inlet hoses are, and it's a huge pain if you were to try and pick this up and get it up a set of stairs. So as you can see there, it doesn't have much clearance from the ground up towards the pump. So as I try and take it up the stairs, it's very, very easy to be able to kink those hoses. And I've heard some reviews of people damaging the actual inlet hoses or the pump itself. So for me, that is a very, very ridiculous place is probably the best word I can use to put the hoses or the inlets. It's very low to the ground, and other than that, guys, it's a very, very good product. I'm pretty happy with it, especially because with the 2-year replacement warranty, I really don't have to worry. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. If there's anything else you guys would like to see, put it in the comment section below. As always, guys, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.